This is a Thompson's Transport sponsored race. I serve on a committee and do a lot of sponsorship. They're real big supporters of Dubbo Racing, Thompson Brothers Transport. Now we have the two in here, Murray's Son. We've got a return clash here because at the last Dubbo meeting, Murray's Son defeated Conroy's Gap and Shadow Force. They finished in that order. And they're joined here by a couple of other ones that are pretty well known. Spree Lad in particular, he's a good sprinter, Spree Lad. He'll have quite a bit of support here. He's won 3 times over this distance out of 6 starts at Dubbo. Now, I wouldn't be surprised. Murray's Son, he won his first race for 4 years when he won here at the last meeting. The previous win was at Ramwick, but maybe he's found the winning tune again. You never know, he might run up to it. Barrier 1 won't be of any consequence for him because he'll probably get back in the field. Now, Fox Solid and Tender Zero are still to come in. He ran third in a tramway Group 3 race behind Rangi Rangdu. Murray's Son, he's a horse that hasn't had a lot of racing. He's 10 years of age, but had a few things go wrong along the way. But an outstanding talent. Now the light is changed from blue to red and they're set to go. Racing now, Shadow Force might go to the early lead, although Conroy's Gap and a Spree Lad are both clapping on the pace, and Sacred Orders was up to 4th, followed then by Fox Solid 10-0, and Murray's Son is last and must be about 7 or 8 lengths off the leader, which is Shadow Force as they come past the 800. A Spree Lad races up on the outside of Sacred Orders, and Conroy's Gap was in that leading group of 4. They're out by 4 lengths, then to Fox Solid, followed then by 10-0, and Murray's Son's another 6 lengths off last as they race towards the home turn. Shadow Force was the leader. Sacred Orders is running a big race on the outside. Out deep on the track, a Spree Lad being followed there by Conroy's Gap, and a fairway back then to Murray's Son taking the extreme outside. Soon after, a Spree Lad went up to Sacred Orders. Fox Solid starting to get through, bursting through the pack now. Conroy's Gap and out wide there, Murray's Son running home well, but Fox Solid drew well clear. He's out by about 3 or 4 lengths. Murray's Son's running home gainly, but Fox Solid by a couple of lengths over Murray's Son. Conroy's Gap third. Shadow Force was next, followed in by 10-0, and together last were Sacred Orders and a Spree Lad. Fox Solid back to his best. Greg Ryan for the Wellington trainer, Gary McCartney. This horse won some cups last time in. He won the Wellington Cup. And that was a very proud moment for Gary McCartney to win his hometown cup with Fox Solid. But here today, he's come back from a spell. He burst through the gap, and Fox Solid number 4 at $11 and $5. Murray's Son, geez, come from a long way back. A huge run, Murray's Son. He should pay $3 a place. And Conroy's Gap number 2, there'll be no third dividend. 4, 1, 2 and 6. 4, 1, 2 and 6 are the numbers here. 4126, number 4, Fox Solid. Oh, it was a really big win. Watch out for the cups coming up. Second, ridden by Greg Ryan. Second goes to number 1, Murray's Son. Bridget Jones at Dubbo the trainer. Daniel Pittermack the rider. Third to number 2, Conroy's Gap, trained by Rodney Northam at Scone, ridden by Daniel Northey. And fourth with number 6, Shadow Force, who keeps picking up prize money checks. Shadow Force. Michael Travers was the rider. 4126, 1 1/3. 1 3/4 by 1 1/4. 1 3/4 by 1 1/4, and the time was 102.49. 102.49. Fox Solid burst through the pack, and that gives Greg Ryan a winning double here today. Huge run by Murray's Son. He was about 5 or 6 lengths behind the second last horse as they raced up towards the home turn. Righto, 4126. 1 3/4 by 1 1/4. 102.49 the time. Race 7, and in race 7 at Dubbo, there are no scratchings, and race 7 is time to go at 4:34.
Yeah, he certainly is. A bloke called Roger Jones. Roger's raced horses with Dick McCartney for many years. I think you were in the mother of this, Solid Mandala. Yeah. Well, congratulations, mate. They went hard up in front as we knew they would. And Greg Ryan, we spoke to him earlier, he was pretty keen on the chance of Fox Solid.
Yeah, he said, what do you want to do? Because he's first up. And I said, well, we don't want him to be knocked about, but if he's there comfortable and the run comes, and we thought there'd be a lot of pace on it and early, and the run just come up along the fence and he just went straight through it. But he's been good a horse first up too.
He's done it before, as Greg spoke earlier. He said he beat Spectacular AM on those horses at Wellington.
Of course, Fox Solid.
He's been a good old trainer here, Dick McCartney.
He's been a good,
Cup,
he's a
he
good
won a
mate, and
Wellington
we've
Cup,
had a
and
lot
so
of fun
did
with
his
horses
mother,
over
Solid
a lot of
Mandala.
years.
She was bred and raced
Roger,
by
I know that you,
Jimmy Janice Cassidy
you
from
like
Parks.
a cold beer, so go and
Solid
enjoy one,
Mandala,
mate,
she
and
was
take the rest of the
voted
owners
at
there.
one
The
stage the
Magpie
second
Lodge
best horse
Syndicate,
of
that
the
it?
year.
The Magpie Lodge Syndicate, she's there, mate. We're back again.
Race 7,
Okay, mate, thank you
time
very
to go
much.
at 4:30.
There he is, Disco. They certainly they know how to celebrate the Wellington boys and Fox Solid. We should have copped Greg Ryan's tip. He was very keen on it. No, that was Roger Jones, mate.